Hey guys, it's Justine and I'm here with another author interview. Today I am here with CM Doporto and she is the author of a couple books. I just had reviewed one a little bit earlier in the month and it is called The S-Lights, The Arrival, and there's a prequel just called The S-Lights, and she also has another book called Element.
Hi, I'm Christy CM Doporto. I'm a young adult / new adult urban fantasy and sci-fi romance author. I'm just a big geek. I love anything sci-fi. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, along with Star Trek. I'm also a superhero aficionada. Marvel and DC Comics, I love all the characters. I enjoy going to Comic-Con conventions. In fact, my ultimate goal is to be a featured author one day at San Diego Comic-Con, and I pray it comes true. So that's me. Well, I'm excited to talk to you today about my up-and-coming release, The S-Lights, The Arrival. You can see the book cover there hanging on the door. I'll be going through a couple questions and answering them for you. So without further ado, let's begin.
This is one of her books, Element. I haven't read this one yet. I haven't got a chance, but it looks good. My copy's signed. And this one is about a college freshman who offers to be a test patient for several vitamins and supplements. And then she goes through all these changes, and yeah, it's like a sci-fi romance. So it looks good. You guys should check it out. I'll link it down below. And yeah, so here we go with the interview, and I'm happy to have CM here. Can you explain what your book is about and what inspired you to write it?
So what The S-Lights, The Arrival is about is when 16-year-old Miranda Mays, who is the superior donor destined to save the S-Lights, learns that the human race is in danger along with all the donors at Nidus. So she decides it's time for the S-Lights to set her and her friends free. So against the odds, she sets out on a quest to convince U.S. government officials that what the S-Lights are doing is not only breaking the agreement between them and the U.S. government, but is also putting all the donors at risk. So will she succeed, or will the S-Lights continue to test the human females in hopes of saving their race and producing an offspring? Or will the females be able to escape? So what inspired me to write this story? About a year ago, I had a dream. It was right around this time, Halloween, and it was I just finished reading The Hunger Games. So it was a clash between The Hunger Games and the Avengers. We were all getting our costumes ready, and last year we all dressed up as members from the Avengers. So it was a clash between that. It was such a vivid dream, and it was me going through all this skill type testing, me at a much younger age too at that. And these aliens, who happened to be really hot, good-looking guys, wanted me along with all these other females, and I had no idea why, but that is how the storyline developed.
How long did it take you to get your book written and published?
Well, let me start off by telling you a little bit about The S-Lights. Started out as a short story that I wrote for a contest that didn't place, which is fine. And my husband encouraged me just to put it out there on Amazon so I could start developing a readership base. So I did that, and lo and behold, it hit number 2 on Amazon's free bestsellers list for teen sci-fi. And I started getting all this fan mail, and people were asking me, oh my God, I love the story, I love this little story. Are you going to continue it? And so that's what made me continue to decide to write a series on it. So I will continue this. There'll be several more books. So maybe novellas, so maybe full books. This one is a full book. It's 60,000 words. And it took me 4 weeks to write it. And another 4 weeks to do heavy editing. And then it's been with my editor for a couple weeks, and I'm on second round edits. So I'm hoping to get this thing published, hopefully maybe by this weekend, at the latest next week. So it should be out pretty soon.
What is your favorite part of any of your books and why?
I really love this book. I enjoyed writing it, and I guess that's why I wrote it so fast, because the words were just flowing and the ideas were just nonstop. So spoiler alert. It's when Miranda's about to inject herself with the serum, and Bryce shows up at her window, and this is when she proves that she's going to be the heroine that she was set out destined to be. And she's going to do what she has to do. I don't know if you can hear the song in the back. It's Clarity by Zed. And I listened to this song over and over again for several scenes. But it just really kind of helped me get into Miranda's head and what she'd be thinking and feeling and going through during this ordeal that she's been faced with. So I have several favorite parts, but I guess that's one of the most favorite.
What was the hardest part to write in any of your books, and why?
So what was the hardest part of the book to write and why? I always struggle with the beginnings, and I end up rewriting the beginnings and cutting out scenes and rewriting them over and over again, and then my beta readers read them and give me advice and input what they think, don't like, etc. So I guess the beginning, because it was bringing in all the different personalities of the girls at Nidus and what they were feeling, what they were going through, and how sick and tired they were of being there at Nidus, and them building up a case against Miranda. So that had to be the toughest part.
Who is your favorite character of your characters, and why?
So who is my favorite character from the book and why? Oh, it'd be Miranda, of course. And I guess second best would be Jessica Chen, because Jessica is just this bitch to be hated. Best way to describe her.
If one of your characters miraculously had a voice, what would they say?
Get me the hell out of Nidus, and that would definitely be from Jessica Chen.
Are any parts in your books based on true events?
Absolutely not, other than just that dream I had, but that wasn't a true event.
Is there a writing routine that you follow?
I try to write every day, and when I'm writing a book, I'm pretty much writing every day, Monday through Friday. I typically take the weekends off, and that's my family time. So I write from 9 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon every day, and then obviously my day doesn't stop there. So,
were there any other writers or authors or books that inspired you to become a writer?
First of all, I wanted to become a writer. It just kind of happened as I was experiencing some career burnout, and I was part of that Twilight craze. So I had just finished reading the Twilight books and was really praying for another career because I was just really stressed out with the career I had. And so all the credit will have to go to Stephanie Meyer. So my husband had a dream, and it just kept going over and over in my mind, and I couldn't get it out, and I just kind of heard this voice, write a book. I was like, write a book about what? And I was led to write a book about that dream he had, and so that's where it all got started. That's where Element came from. And so this is the cover. There's a nice glare on that, but it's a beautiful cover. Element Part 1, and then I've got Element Part 2. So this was all based on a dream that my husband had, and a little quick about that is he dreamt that every time he came near me, his pheromones would change me into the female Hulk. And then the real Hulk sensed me, and he was after me. Either he wanted me or wanted to kill me, and so we were madly in love and constantly on the run, but we couldn't be together because every time we were together, well then the Hulk wanted to come after me and kill me. So anyhow, that's kind of how Element came about. So, but Stephanie... So I kept thinking, well, Stephanie Meyer had a dream about vampires, and so why can't I write a book about my husband's dream? And that's how it all got started.
How do you come up with all your ideas?
They're mainly from dreams. And then, obviously, my mind just goes from there.
What are you working on now, and can you give us any details?
Sure, yeah, I'm working on a zombie love story called The Flesh Seekers. And that one didn't come from any dream, though. My husband begged me to write a zombie story because he loves The Walking Dead, and so I got into it too naturally because I just watched it with him. I don't really like zombies because they're gross and nasty, so my zombies are going to be a little bit different, kind of like Stephanie Meyer's vampires sparkled. My zombies won't sparkle, but they're going to be a little bit different than the typical zombies that we are been accustomed to watching on TV and hearing about and reading about. So if you would like to read a chapter from an upcoming book that I'm working on, you can get a snippet of that from Darlings of Decay, which is an anthology of over 32 books of zombie stories written by female authors. And it's free. That's the best thing. It's free. So go download it. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, Kobo, Sony, iBooks. So go and download it, and it's called Flesh Seekers, and you can read about my up-and-coming zombie story. And it'll be a young adult, kind of almost upper new adult. They're going to be right out of high school, going into college. They're going to be going into college.
Is there any advice that you would give others pursuing writing?
Keep writing. Don't stop. This is a very hard industry, and but just don't give up. If you love to write and someone loves what you write, and they like to read it, then keep writing it. Don't stop. And read. Read books in your genre. Know what's out there. Know what people love to read. And also go to any conferences that you can. Read books about how to improve your craft. So point of view, voice, structure, how to write good scenes, all that. In fact, on my website, cmdoporto.com, where I also have my blog, I have a list of books and resources that can help you to become a better writer. So, and I'm still learning. So, this will always be something that it never stops. So, I will continue to learn how to become a better writer.
If you weren't an author, what career would you have and why?
Well, that would probably be the career that I was doing that I was so stressed out in. And that was for the last 14 years. I did organizational development. So I was a professional trainer and did development for employees, along with executive coaching and management coaching. And so that was the career that I had done for several years, working in the human resource field.
If you had to read one book for the rest of your life, which book would it be and why?
Well, that's easy. It would be the Bible. But if it was a fiction book, I guess I'd go with Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. I had a book hangover for a few days after reading that book, so I'll go with that one. I'd like to thank Justine Vandell and her team for asking me to be a part of the Book of the Week. And for all the readers who said they were interested in reading The As Lights Arrival. I hope you're enjoying the book, and look forward to seeing your reviews. So, like I said, The As Lights the Arrival should be out, if not this week, November 1st, then hopefully by the following week. So it'll be obviously available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Smashwords, iBooks, Kobo, and Sony. So without further ado, I don't have anything smaller because I don't have it in print yet, obviously, but my husband had this printed up for me, so it's a nice big poster. But I hope you go out and grab your copy.
Thanks, CM. It was so awesome to have you. I look forward to reading your other books. I've read a couple and not all of them yet, but I really look forward to it because I love your writing style. Your books are great and amazing, and thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you later, and I will see all of you guys that are watching in another video. Bye!